Hey everybody, Derek here from Addictive Tips. So in this video we will be talking about how to speed up Cinnamon. So the first thing that you can do to speed up Cinnamon is to make sure that you are on the latest version. Now Cinnamon is on a lot of different distributions at this point. It's not just Linux Mint. I'm using Fedora 29 on this particular video for this setup because it has a good way to get Cinnamon running, and it has the latest version of Cinnamon, and you'll also be able to find it on Arch Linux and Debian and so forth. So just make sure you're running the latest version, and the reason that you'd want to be running the latest version is because with every single update for the Cinnamon desktop, the team is implementing better fixes and performance improvements and patches, which will probably make it run better on your desktop. So if you want to check out what version that you should be on, and the version you should be running is 4.0. Just go to the app button here, the menu. From there you can find system info and just look for Cinnamon version and ensure that it says 4.0.5, and then you'll know it's all the way up to date. And if it's not entirely up to date, you can also run the update application for your system and install the latest patches. So once you are up to date with Cinnamon, the next thing that you can do to increase the speed of your Cinnamon desktop is to use software rendering mode. So the first thing you need to do is log out of your current session, and you can just do that by clicking the logout button, and you'll be taken to the logout screen, the login screen, where you can select all your information, different users and different sessions and all of that kind of information. So at the login screen, click on your name, and this login screen is going to be different depending on what desktop environment you're using. But since I'm using Fedora, I have the GDM desktop manager, but it may be different for you. But just look for the session button and look for Cinnamon software rendering. Enter your password, and you should be in software rendering. Now, the reason that you should be using software rendering is that it allows you to use significantly less resources. It doesn't rely on your hardware, so it doesn't rely on the speed of your graphics card or the CPU or anything. It's just rendering it through the software. So software rendering mode is a lot better. It runs nicer on computers with weaker graphics cards, and it will definitely improve your performance. So another thing that you can do to increase the speed of your Cinnamon desktop environment is to turn down desktop effects. So if you search for effects in the app menu, you can go ahead and open this up, and this will allow you to just turn everything off. And as you can see, I already have it turned off, but if you turn all that off, it's going to significantly increase the speed that it runs at. Things are going to be much snappier. You're not going to have to deal with the graphical effects, and that will be much nicer on your hardware, especially if you have weaker hardware. After that, if you want to make it run faster, once you've disabled the graphical effects, you're going to also need to disable the desklets and the extensions. Now, I'm not using any desklets or extensions at this current time, but I'm still going to show you how to modify and turn them off, and just in case you have them. So to do that, you can go ahead and right-click, click the Add Desklets buttons. This is a quick shortcut, and in the article I cover other ways to get to it, but you see these installed desklets. Now, if you have, let's say, if you have these turned on, and they're on your system, they're in the way on your Cinnamon desktop, this is going to use RAM because you're rendering more stuff out on the desktop. So you can easily disable them by clicking the minus button here, and this will instantly disable them from your desktop. So another thing that will drastically speed up your Cinnamon desktop experience is disabling extensions. Now, like the desklets, I'm not using extensions right now, but I should still show you how it works because a lot of you guys do use that. So open up the menu, type in extensions, and click on this menu here, the extension, the green puzzle icon, and then you see these installed extensions. None of these are activated right now. And like I said, they're not activated because I'm not using them. But if you'd like to disable them, you can just click the disable button and they will quickly turn off. And that is how you disable extensions. So guys, this video was all about how to speed up the Cinnamon desktop environment. I hope that this was enlightening. I know some of you are going to be wondering if there are other tweaks. Those tweaks that you might be thinking of, they might help as well, but the basics are just turn off the desktop effects, use software rendering mode. If you have extensions or desklets, like we went over, disable them through the menu, and you should be good to go. There's not really anything else that you can do. Cinnamon already runs pretty light, so this should make it run even better. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.